Cloudy weather here in Emmitsburg as we get ready for a still early season college lacrosse matchup. It's Radford taking on Mount St. Mary's. Ben Robertson and Danny Tao with you on the call, and this Mount St. Mary's team trying to get back in the win column after falling to Cincinnati last time out. Welcome to Homewood Field in Baltimore, Maryland, as we get ready for a Big Ten college lacrosse matchup between USC and Johns Hopkins. Ben Robertson and Alexa Wooten bring you all the action for this coast-to-coast affair. And Alexa, as we check out our players to watch, first up for USC, it's been Emma Bunting leading the charge for the Trojans this year.
Coppin looking for a big possession. Horton straight away. Tray ball. Got it again. 28 for Khalil Horton. 2-possession lead for the Eagles once again in overtime.
Here's Mackenzie Blake. Whiteway gives it right back to her. Dora to Blake. BTB finish. Are you kidding me? Magic from Mackenzie Blake. Princeton back up 4.
1-2 for Berzonski. Here it comes. Lifted into left field. Smacks off the wall. A couple runs. Gonna score for Maryland. Here's the third. A base clearing double for the freshman Coombs. Terps tack on 3 to their lead.
Bridges. Quick touch on ahead. Patel cuts it inside. Shapiro flick forward. Gardner in the box. Turns, shoots, and scores! Blue Jays on the board off the foot of Alex Gardner here in this Centennial Conference tournament. 1-0, Johns Hopkins.
MEAC action rolls on ESPN+. Coppin State Fan Cave looking on. We've credited them all year long for the energy they've brought to the PEC Arena, trying to fire up the Eagles on the court. Down 8 in this Baltimore matchup with Morgan State.
Great to see a nice Baltimore-heavy crowd out here tonight with these two crosstown rivals. I think I saw Mayor Brandon Scott hanging out in the President's Suite, so Baltimore's finest are all out here ready to support a great basketball game.
It's pretty interesting, the first matchup with these two teams at Morgan State. It was right when the students came back from school, so you kind of got the mix of the Baltimore rivalry plus a bunch of kids being back on campus, really wanting to get out to a game as Thomas can't knock in this free throw. And it was a really good atmosphere over there at Hill Fieldhouse. PEC trying to match it here tonight. Coach Brodus looking on, his squad up 8.
Yeah, Coach Brodus, longtime college basketball coach. He has Baltimore's finest, Keith Goody, sitting next to him. Just two very, very well-coached basketball clubs with a lot of Baltimore flavor.
Baltimore native Will Thomas, 0 of 2 with the trip at the line at the other end. Coppin working against the Morgan State zone. Nadozi right wing, shot clock already running a little low. Nadozi pulls up from the mid-range, left it well short.
Yeah, the weave to the step-up screen it's a little different when you don't have a big presence in there like Peter Oduro. And so kind of getting Coppin to take a lot of jump shots. It's okay, but now you're going to have some guys hitting the offensive glass as well.
Drive from Will Thomas, gets one to go, hung in the air, kissed it in off the glass.
Yeah, Will Thomas is an explosive scorer. He's having fun out there. He's able to really be aggressive and be in positions to get downhill and attack the rim.
Easily one of the smoothest games in the MEAC as well. Ellerby, left wing. Shot clock again down to 9. Ellerby threw it away. Edwards scooped it up. Here goes Edwards. Matar Wade cut him off. And that'll cause a travel turnover for Morgan State.
And if Morgan State gets a stop, a turnover, they are flying the ball down the court. It's a good way to reward your players. You play defense, we're going to let you do whatever you want on offense. And I think both these teams really want to try to generate some points in that way.
Horton returns. You saw Sparrow walking down his bench there.
Coppin down 10, under 2 to go in the half. Nadozie in the corner, jab step. Lost the footing, able to keep the basketball. Horton finds himself in the corner, rises up, open triple, good from Khalil Horton.
I like the movement by Horton. He was in multiple spots that possession, not just standing around waiting for the ball to come to him. Able to get the rhythm three with his constant player movement.
Under 90 seconds to go in the half. Lawson let Horton fly by, got the layup to go. Tough take from Rob Lawson is good.
Yeah, Coppin's going to have to string together some score-stop scores. So they had a nice rhythm three, but can't give up the layup on the other end. You got to get back and try to fight for a stop.
Brown bounce pass to Ellerby in the corner. Have to continue to work for good shots. Deep three there from Nadozie. Left it short. Under a minute to go in this first half. Hobbs bringing it ahead on Brown. Brown pressing out well beyond the three-point line. Hobbs into the lane. Brown forces the tie-up. Wonderful individual defense there from Cameron Brown.
Absolutely. You said it. You took the words right out of my mouth. That was a really, really good defensive possession. You know, accepting that battle. Obviously, Hobbs is such a dynamic scorer, but being able to keep him in front of him, and great possession by Brown.
Harrison back out there for Coppin State. Ellerby heads to the bench. Thomas attacking. Tough layup. Found himself all the way under the rim. Tried to flip it up and in. Akatobi, a couple follows. Pulls it back down. Akatobi on the floor trying to hold off Coppin players, and is going to get called for 3 seconds in the lane.
Yeah, but Akatobi set the tone early with those offensive rebounds, and right now Morgan State with a 25-10 advantage on the glass. A lot of those on the offensive side of the ball. Got to look to put bodies on Akatobi and the rest of his team.
Newton back into the game for the Bears. Lawson heads to the bench. Shot clock off. Nadozie holding it up top. Now Brown. Swings it over Ward. Pass picked off by Will Thomas. Kick back to Newton. Pulls up. Quarter winding down. Thomas at the buzzer. Couldn't hit on the fadeaway. Good job by Will Thomas just to get that off. It's going to close out the first half. Morgan State leading Coppin State 32-23. We'll pause for a couple minutes and return for the CSU halftime show on ESPN+.
Kendall, thanks for joining us. I imagine you're feeling this way too. I'm trying to catch my breath, make sense of what we just saw. Down by 6 with about 30 seconds to play. You and Lauren hit 2 triples. You tie the game. You win it in OT. You're going back to the championship game. What does this mean to you?
It means everything. And I think the way we did it and the fashion we did it, it says a lot about our team, because one thing about, with the record we have, we don't get to be in a lot of positions like that, and to see our team step up to that plate, 30 seconds left, and we didn't shy away. We still always knew we had a chance in it. And so I think that just says a lot about us.
What is the message after all of that chaos? Then you got to settle down and take care of business in overtime.
I think the message is just keep playing Hopkins basketball the way we did it in those last 30 seconds. We just said, hey, look, we're here now, and we just got to keep going.
Kendall, you had an awesome Centennial Conference tournament last year, 15 points in the championship game. What is it about these big moments that you keep coming through?
I think our team just comes together and we keep doing the things we do. And those shots just end up being over for me on those days. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just luck. Maybe it's, I don't know. But I think we'd all step up to the plate. And then luckily I had those moments where I was able to step up for my team.
Hey, and lastly here, you got to do it again, right? You got a couple of days. You've been through this. Back at it on Sunday. What is this process like? Take me through it.
I think we come back and it's the same message with your question, but we're going to go into practice. We're going to do our Gettysburg Scout. We're going to do the things we've always been doing to be successful like we are here today, and we're just going to rely on that and know that we got each other. So,
Kendall, that was just fantastic. Congrats. Good luck on Sunday.
It doesn't feel real. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Blue Jays are moving on. Championship game Sunday.